nowadays, in order to be discovered, the first step really is to have an online presence. We've seen that Romanian users are no different to any users outside of Romania. So there's, as an example, there's a study that we conduct on a yearly basis where we ask Romanians how often they're online, what their online behavior is. And to give you one stat from 2017, so Romanians are just as often online as other users globally. And the stat here is that around, I think it's 86 or 85% of Romanians go online on a daily basis, and globally it's around 86, so it's like 1% difference. From that perspective, it's just as important for Romanian startups, for Romanian businesses to be online as it is for any other business outside of Romania. Observe your own behavior, your own online behavior. And especially, I mean, this is particularly the case for younger generations that when they think online, they think mobile first. The first thing you do in the morning is reaching to your phone, checking, and the last thing you do in the evening before going to bed, it's most likely also checking your mobile phone. You don't go onto a desktop site. You initially just go onto the mobile phone. Actually, in the same study that I was talking about earlier, they have also asked, so over the years, asked the question, if you go online, how many times do you go online through a mobile device versus through a desktop device? And in 2017, for the first time, Romanians have said that they go more often online through a mobile device than they go online through a desktop device. So this development is nothing new. In the US, as an example, we in Google have seen in our search data that in 2015 there was already more mobile queries than there was desktop queries, and in Romania nowadays it seems to be that it's the same behavior. One additional stat, since I'm talking about giving you statistics here, overall in Google on YouTube we know that 70% of watch time on YouTube is coming from mobile devices, and you know, it's giving you another data point to show that Romanians, just like global users, are mobile first users. It's not that easy to choose one over the other, but something that I would recommend is to look at the context, so what kind of website or what kind of online presence you have, and then the functionalities that you need. So typically an online presence that wants a lot of engagement, right, used to look at apps as a solution that allows a lot of functionality for users to engage with the products or with the services. I mean, let's take a retailer as an example, where you might have your saved items, you might have your shopping cart, you might, you know, go on it or even while you're offline. You want to check, you want to play around with the services and the products that are being offered. And websites have been more used in order to get more discovery, right? So when websites are something that everybody can navigate to without any cost. They don't have to download something in order to access it. And so it's, for users, easier, accessible, because there is no middle step of first downloading and then they are on the site. So again, historically, websites have been better in terms of reach and accessibility, versus apps have been historically better in terms of engagement, getting users more engaged with the products. I mentioned that this was the case historically. Nowadays, it's not, this distinction isn't really there anymore, because mobile web technologies have developed so much further that even on a mobile website you can add a lot of functionality and also app-like functionality. So you can add functionalities like offline functionality, push notifications, and also adding a shortcut onto your home screen. So all these functionalities that previously were more app-centric nowadays can also be added onto a website, onto a mobile site. And so the lines are definitely blurred between app or web. Now, this might sound like it's even more difficult to make the choice, because it's the distinction between app and web isn't that clear anymore. But what I would say, if to startups that are thinking about which platform to go to, I would say think about where your users are. Think about whether you would like to try both, or first maybe just one of them, and also research what are the capabilities of each technology nowadays, because nowadays we've come really far for functionalities on mobile sites that people aren't really much aware of. One thing that I started touching on are these functionalities on mobile sites that are available. This technology that allows all these functionalities is called PWA, or Progressive Web Apps. And that is certainly one trend that we see that gets more and more traction. The adoption is, or the product as such, is available globally, and it's something that is improving the engagement rate of users that access the website. Another technology that we see, and that also Google is actively supporting, is accelerated mobile pages, so in short AMP. And this is a technology that has been around for a few years, and it's an open source project that really just allows websites to be really fast. So it provides a certain outline in terms of which HTML, which JavaScript, which CSS to use, and it ensures that whatever you use, it's going to be super fast. So when users then click onto the website, for instance through Google search results, it feels like it loads instantly. And that's a technology, again, that we see a lot of traction, because mobile users are impatient. They want to get quickly to what they're looking for, and that is sort of solving that need that users have. I think the challenges are that one, that there is a sense of complexity. So there are a lot of solutions out there, and it takes a while to understand which of the solutions are compatible with whatever IT infrastructure I have, and figuring that out. The other challenge is an awareness challenge. So a lot of different technology companies are screaming solutions out, and you can't be aware, or companies struggle to be aware about everything that is out there. And then I see actually at least one other big challenge, which is that companies don't really understand what the value add is. So what do I get in return for investing into a certain mobile technology, be it apps or be it mobile sites.